That's why we're with you, man. What are you talking about? So, Matt, talk about the first spring practices for you guys back together as a team since the game, since your national championship. What's it been like?
It's been good. I think guys get a little antsy getting towards the end of January to get back on the field and just kind of get the pads popping again, especially after a game like that. I think guys are real eager to move forward to next season. So we've had a good couple of practices here and really want to finish out next week strong going into spring break.
You've been patient. You've been biding your time. What's this like for you to know this is your time to go?
Definitely take a lot of pride in it. I think I'm really thankful for the guys that have come before me and guys that have taken me under their wing. John Simpson, notably. And now that it is my time, it's something that I have to pay forward to the young guys. And given that we have a really young offensive line room this spring and coming up this season, it's kind of on me and Jackson, Cade, to take those guys under our wings and really elevate the level of the group as a whole. So.
With that being said, you guys have got a rebuilding job, a retooling job there, and you and Jackson counting on those snaps coming back to be the base of that. What do you tell those new guys coming in? What's expected of them in this football team as they step up in those shoes?
I think the biggest thing is don't freak out. You come in on your first day. I didn't early enroll, but speaking to other guys, you come in on your first day of spring practice, and it's pretty overwhelming. The speed of the game, physicality. So the biggest thing I just told those guys is don't freak out. Take it one day at a time, and just do what you can to learn the offense, to be physical and absorb as much as you can. Coach Elliott says they're feeding them with the fire hose and just try to swallow as much as they can, and it's so true. And I think when we come back around to fall camp, they're going to realize how beneficial it was to have the install in the spring, and they'll really be able to take heed to it and further their game come fall.
I know you can play anywhere, but left guard seems to be maybe where you'll wind up. There's been a long line. Eric McLean, Taylor Hearn, John Simpson now. What's it like to follow in all those footsteps?
Definitely, it's cool to see. I know Taylor obviously played for him for 1 year. John and even Eric got to develop a relationship with him. So it's a unique opportunity to kind of fill that spot and hopefully do a good job. I think there's big shoes to fill with John Simpson, quite literally. But so now it's on me, and I think that I've done what I can to prepare, and now moving forward, it's about performance and doing what I can to help the offense be the best in the country.
The standard last year was very high for this offensive line. A lot of all SEC type caliber players. Do you feel like you got that on this line again this year?
Absolutely. I think obviously talent, physicality, toughness is huge, but people can kind of downplay the importance of camaraderie and chemistry between the five guys up front. And being that most of us have played next to each other for at least one season, I think we've come into spring really comfortable with communication and passing off stunts and different things like that. So I'm really excited to see how far we can go. I think the sky's the limit. And, bringing guys like Will Putnam along, Hunter Rayburn, Blake Vincent's coming back from injury. So we've got a lot going for us. I think it's on us to just keep improving every single day.
Is it fair for people to say there's going to be a drop-off up front this year?
I wouldn't buy into that. I think that having Coach Caldwell as your coach, first off, he doesn't accept much less than perfect. So that's number one. Number two, I think that obviously we lost a bunch of talented guys last year and guys that are likely going to see a lot of success at the next level. But I wouldn't say there's a drop-off. I think that we certainly have a ways to go, but that's why you go through spring, you go through summer workouts, and then through fall camp. So, time will tell, but I would disagree with that right now.
You not only lost talent, you lost voices, guys that don't mind talking. John, Sean, Gage. Do you feel like you can be one of the guys to now step up and be one of those vocal leaders?
Absolutely. I think the biggest thing about being a vocal leader is you never want it to be fabricated. I think if you're going to be a vocal leader and someone that guys really listen to, it's got to be genuine, and it's got to be from a deep down place of caring. And whether you're holding teammates accountable or singing their praises, I think the biggest thing is being who you are. And some guys aren't going to be vocal leaders. For me, I've kind of always had a pretty loud personality, and it's not something that I'm ashamed of. But I think it's a place that I can take hold in this team, and it's something that I'm really excited to do. It's certainly a new opportunity for me, but I'm doing the best I can to fill that void.
Do you embrace then kind of maybe being the face, one of the faces of the team this year?
That would be an honor. Seeing all of the talented guys and really just great guys that have come before me, it would really be special to me to be considered one of the faces of the team. I never do it for glory. Playing offensive line, there's just not much glory in it. But, if I can be looked at by my teammates as a leader and someone who's well respected, I'd really love to try to earn that. And, moving forward, I'm going to just do what I can, be accountable, and just take care of the things that need to be done, and we'll see the rest take care of itself.
Have you had to snatch up one of those young guys yet and kind of say, hey, this is not the way we do things?
Well, I really think that it's been good. The trend recently of the increasing number of early enrollees is pretty incredible. In my recruiting class, we only had 4. And but I also think something that the coaches have done an excellent job of is who they bring in the door. And obviously, like I said, there's certainly a learning curve with the young guys on the football field, but as far as off of the field, in the classroom, and showing up to study hall and tutors, I don't think there's really been a lot of issues, which is certainly refreshing for a guy like me who's been here for a couple years, and I'm sure the coaches appreciate it too.
What about some of the guys that we haven't seen who redshirted last year, like Trotter and Boateng and those guys? How big was that year for them to kind of just figure out their bodies and figure out Coach Caldwell?
Well, I can speak for myself on the impact of a redshirt year, and for me personally, it was absolutely crucial to my development as a player. I certainly attribute a large part of my development to getting put on my back by Christian and Dexter quite frequently, but in all seriousness, I think that those guys are really going to come into themselves this spring and moving forward. Playing on scout team, being redshirted, getting into power hour, you really kind of find who you are. You come into your physicality a little bit, and you learn how to grind. I mean, being redshirted is not easy. You're not in the spotlight. You're not on any of the social media posts. So it's definitely a year of growth. But I would find it hard to believe if they didn't come out of that year more just ready to play at this level.
How much
Paul,
did you learn about leadership from Christian?
Oh, well, Christian's a unique guy. It would be hard to replicate what Christian brought to the table. That guy just, he's different in a good way. And really, Christian and I, speaking back to my scout team days, we used to butt heads a little bit. For me, I was just the stubborn guy from Ohio, and I was tired of getting pummeled. But, I think we definitely came into a level of mutual respect, and he's someone that I really look up to. I think that he played the game with tremendous physicality and intensity, but he was always there for me off the field and other teammates as well. So the biggest thing I would say is just be who you are.